Right now, as you watch this video, look straight ahead. Notice anything blocking your view? No? That's hilarious because there is a gigantic fleshy mountain sitting right in the exact middle of your field of vision. Your nose is literally bigger in your field of view than the Empire State Building would be if you were standing on Wall Street. Yet, your brain just deletes it, erases it from reality. Poof, like an offshore shell corporation dodging federal income taxes. Why? Because your brain is the most aggressive content moderator on Earth. Right now, your eyes are sending gigabytes of raw visual data to your occipital lobe every single second. And if your brain actually rendered every single piece of useless junk in front of you, your head would overheat faster than an overclocked Tesla running Cybertruck software in Death Valley. But your nose is just the tip of the iceberg. Your brain is actively hiding dozens of glitches, phantom images, and secret filters from you every second of the day. In this video, we're cracking open the black box of your neural operating system. You'll discover why you're blind for 40 minutes every single day without knowing it, how your brain steals your own memories, and why missing these neural blind spots is costing you real focus in the modern world. So stick around because by the end of this video, you'll never look at your own face or your reality the same way again. To understand why your brain ghosts your nose, we have to go back to the original hardware update, human survival. Imagine you're a hunter-gatherer 100,000 years ago in the Pleistocene savanna. You have two options. Option A, render the movement of a saber-toothed tiger rustling in the bushes 50 yards away. Or option B, spend precious cognitive processing power admiring the pores on your own snout. Natural selection made that choice pretty clear. Option B got eaten. Option A passed on their genes. Here's how the optics actually work. You have two eyes, spaced roughly 2.5 inches apart. This is called binocular vision. Each eye captures a slightly different angle of the world, like a dual camera setup on the latest iPhone Pro Max. Your left eye sees your nose on the right side of its field of view. Your right eye sees your nose on the left side of its field of view. When your visual cortex combines these two images into a single 3D picture, a process called binocular fusion, the nose sits in the overlap zone. Your brain looks at this static, stationary blob and says, "This item has zero ROI. Unsubscribe." Scientists call this unconscious selective attention or habituation. It's the exact same reason you don't feel your socks touching your ankles right now until I just mentioned it. Or the reason you don't hear the hum of your refrigerator until the power goes out. Think of your brain like a manager at a crowded Costco on a Saturday. If the manager paid attention to every single customer asking where the bulk paper towels are, the store would collapse. So he ignores 99% of the noise to focus on the shoplifters at the exit. Your visual cortex receives roughly 10 million bits of information per second from your optic nerve. But your conscious mind? It can only process about 40 bits per second. That's a compression ratio of 99.999%. You aren't seeing reality. You're seeing a highly edited, heavily censored trailer of reality curated by a lazy neural algorithm. If you think hiding your nose is impressive, wait until you hear about saccadic masking. Right now, your eyes move in tiny, lightning-fast jumps called saccades. You make about 100,000 of these movements every single day. Try this later. Look in a mirror and look from your left eye to your right eye. You will never see your own eyes move. Why? Because while your eye is in motion, the image coming into your brain is just a blurry, nauseating streak of motion blur. So your brain literally shuts off your visual stream during the jump and stitches the clear frames together seamlessly. It even backdates your perception of time. Ever looked at a ticking clock and felt like the second hand froze for way too long? That's called chronostasis. Your brain filled in the blind gap during your eye movement by stretching the next image backward in time to trick you into thinking reality was continuous. And then there's the physical hole in your eyes. Literally. Where your optic nerve connects to your retina, there are 0 photoreceptor cells. No rods, no cones, nothing. That means in both of your eyes, there is a literal blind spot about the size of a pinhead at arm's length where you are 100% blind. Does your vision have 2 black holes floating around in front of you? Nope. Your brain uses the surrounding texture to fake it. It literally uses Photoshop's content-aware fill tool to guess what should be there and paints it in. It's financial fraud, but for your face. This brings us to a terrifying question. If your brain is willing to lie to you about your nose, your eye movements, your time perception, and your blind spots, what else is it hiding? The answer: almost everything that doesn't fit its narrative. This is known as inattentional blindness. In a famous Harvard study, researchers asked people to count how many times players in white shirts passed a basketball. Halfway through, a person in a full gorilla suit walked into the middle of the frame, thumped their chest, and walked away. 50% of viewers never saw the gorilla. Their brains decided the gorilla was as irrelevant as their own nose and edited it out of existence. So why does any of this matter in 2026? Because as we move into the era of spatial computing, virtual reality, and AI smart glasses, tech companies are literally copying your brain's shortcut playbook. Ever heard of foveated rendering? Modern VR headsets track your eye movement and only render high-definition graphics at the exact microscopic point your retina is looking at. Everything in your peripheral vision is degraded into blurry pixel soup. Why? Because tech companies realize they don't need to build powerful hardware if they can just exploit your brain's natural laziness to cut costs. It's the ultimate economic efficiency hack. The human brain runs on roughly 20 watts of power, less energy than a dim light bulb in your hallway. Meanwhile, an AI data center consumes megawatts to do basic image recognition. Your brain achieves total world rendering efficiency by taking massive shortcuts. But there's a catch. In our modern, hyper-connected world, algorithms are designed to exploit these exact neurological blind spots. App developers build notifications and infinite scrolls specifically to hijack your brain's selective attention filters. Just like your brain filters out your nose to focus on threats, social media filters out nuance to focus on outrage. It forces your brain to treat tweets like saber-toothed tigers. The lesson here isn't just a fun party trick about your face. It's a reminder that your reality is subjective. You aren't seeing the world as it is. You're seeing a custom-built, filtered feed optimized for your survival and mental budget. Right now, if you close one eye, your nose comes rushing right back into your perception. It's been there the whole time, waiting for you to notice. So next time you feel like you have everything under control, just remember, you can't even keep track of the giant piece of flesh sitting right between your eyes. If you enjoyed this mind-bending deep dive, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so your brain doesn't filter out our next video. And if you want to know why your body thinks you're falling every time you try to sleep at 2 a.m., click the video on screen right now. I'll see you over there.